What did I just replace? -3 luck. Yeah, because that will allow us to get our defenses set up. And elite is almost certainly death for us. We don't need the digger's souls because I'm kind of ignoring them. So we're going to go this way. Yeah, I like to really learn what games have going on for them. You know, like there's something to be said. I want to learn what the game's all about, how it plays, etc. And yeah, and at this point, I'm feeling relatively happy that I understand Iratus and what it has going for it. Let's get some lucky insta kills. No, not today apparently. This guy, I seem to remember, does a bunch of damage, so yeah, and you know, like one of the challenges that I've found with Iratus is that the difficulty curve. I mean, granted, I skipped the middle difficulty because I was kind of like thinking of it from a streaming perspective, but let's see, I'm gonna ward up here. But yeah, the difficulty curve from the lowest level to the highest level is steep, to say the least. We're not doing enough damage here, and the baseline game doesn't feel very satisfying. Like the tutorial level difficulty of the game feels very kind of underwhelming and uninteresting. Like I basically accidentally won my first run of Iratus, which is, you know, not necessarily the way you want to go. Let's see. What am I? They're not doing a lot of damage. Let's get rid of your block.
Sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
I'm gonna spread some. We can't ward ourselves, unfortunately. But I'm gonna spread around some warding. And keep working on this assassin. Oh, that feels good. When those crits hit, that feels insanely good. 67? We can do 67. Yeah.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
But yeah, I may actually play a little bit of Iratus behind the scenes. I wouldn't count it out. Just because, you know, I'm curious about it and I'm interested, and maybe I'll learn something that
Extinction of life.
that changes my perspective on how to play the game, and then I'll want to come back to it. But at least for the time being, I feel like I've seen what there is to see, and I kind of understand it without fully embracing and learning how to play it at the highest difficulty, which, you know, is just more time investment. But compared to the last fight, this fight is going stupid well. No crazy spikes of damage have happened. We have the ability to keep keep things going, and we're getting cheeky stuns. You love to see it. Oh, that does reduce damage, doesn't it? I had forgotten about that. That's not a reason not to do it, but
Your frail bodies fail you.
Headhunter has more potential than I necessarily gave it credit. I'm gonna go for a heal on the skeleton, just to top them off because we have the warding.
This is my kind of.
I guess that could have gotten redirected, but and at this point, this defensive unit is really only a problem when it has others to back it up, I think. There's that warding paying dividends, and then we'll just top that up. This fight has gone like clockwork. This has a 50% chance to stun the target, but it moves us back, so I don't want to mess with it. Oh man, the 6% insta kill is some sweet cheese. Some sweet, sweet cheese. All right, let's see what we get from the grave. Maybe we can fill out our ranks a little bit. Another lost soul. Or a higher level zombie. The zombies are so good for their damage, but I feel like we need another lost soul because we're just at a point where healing is important. All right, we're going to have an elite here, but we're fully stocked up. Oh, we picked up this, which means we can get this for additional part drops. And then I think we just, I think we go in. Do we want to make any potions? We still have a few. Yeah, we actually have quite a few different potions here. Are we sitting on any stats that I want to utilize? I'm waiting for luck here. I can pick up almost anything here except for increased damage, which is what I want. I'm waiting on accuracy here, and I'm waiting on resist here. So, okay, so everything's sorted out. Let's press forward. I would potentially be interested. That's not out of the question, Bear. So I think one of the things that I am suffering from potentially is not, not having the time to workshop all of the options right off the bat. Let's see. Let's try and stun you because you seem generally dangerous, and then protect here. Yeah. So what's your A team, Bear? I'm okay with spoilers, so I'm a little curious. Oh, he's sneaky. Next attack is going to do just a boatload of damage. Yeah, it certainly looks that way. Let's try and absorb that. What's the turn order? It doesn't look like that's very likely. I probably should have knocked this guy's armor off. Why can I still target this guy? You would expect that You'd expect that being cloaked in shadows would be enough. Wow, that was not as scary an attack as I expected. I think we just keep putting the warding up front. I think our biggest problem right now is we're kind of relying on the headhunter to just instant kill things, which I don't think is a great strategy. The misses are making me a little bummed. We're stacking up a lot of warding on our person. We probably should be a little more careful about our bride not getting wasted. I really miss having the ashes to light people on fire. That little bit of extra chip damage was just so good. The turn order has been really good here because the big attacks have been absorbed by the back liner for sure. Yeah, so just in case, I'm going to lucrative boon her, even though it means we'll probably take some damage on our skeleton. Our wrath generation has become absolute garbage. This should be a kill on the back guy, and then a little extra. Holy cow. There's an EH5, which means there's 5 tiers of the top difficulty. That's kind of bananas, if you ask me, Bear. Like, why is that piercing? I hate that pierces. I do not like it. Let's try and get you topped off while we're at it. Any day that can proc. I'm not opposed to it. So I guess this guy, does this say there? 30% chance to escape, 30% chance for insanity. That's their only feature, but they also seem to bypass block, which I find deeply unsettling. That was a good hit, though. One hit point. You love to see it. Okay, back to lucrative booning here. That was a bit of a waste of the lucrative boon. Yeah, so unfortunately, like... So, I guess, Bear, one question that I have for you is, from your perspective, what is the highest difficulty where save scumming is not required and, like, you can have a playthrough that pretty consistently succeeds? And I only ask because, you know, that's kind of the level at which it'll be interesting to watch me stream or play the game. You know, once you start to get into save scumming territory, it becomes very unsatisfying to watch someone play a game where they have to save scum. Let's see, who has warding and needs a heal? You have an insane amount of warding, so we'll go ahead and do that. Well, there goes all that. All that I just healed has dissolved to nothing. The horseman at least is slowly getting us where we need to go. I'm just trying to get us topped up before we finished, and the good news is we've stacked just a silly amount of warding. Okay, so you have your pre-built teams, and you're like, you know what you're doing in an EH3. It's pretty enjoyable. Okay. Not the person I expected to be the last one standing. Now, can you heal yourself? Of course not. That would be ridiculous. I'm doing this in case we can get a heal off. This guy's not going to hit more than twice, so I'm going to put that back there. Yeah. And then we should get a heal on our headless horseman. So I think you've told me some of your strong teams before, but what's your go-to strongest single team, Bear? If you don't mind me asking.
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world ahead of schedule.
So let's see. So now, I'm glad we picked up a second lost soul. That's for sure. I feel smart for having done it. So right now I'm going with the bigger heal. And we're going for lucrative boon. And then I wanted the increased damage. So two lost souls, a banshee and a skeleton. The ++ hits. So I can definitely see how two souls plays. That makes sense to me. Let's see, we can do... Ooh, that gives us 2. That's pretty nice. Alright, I'll do that. There we go. So I can see how the two souls synergize, but what is the ++? ++ hits. Is that the... like the smite the show-offs that you're using as your primary attack? I can't imagine using a skeleton and not using defend for control, basically. A skeleton that has smite, right? So smite is this one here, right? And I pick Vorpal smite. So are you getting a lot of damage out of smite on the skeleton with that build? So we got an ancient coffin or this. Then we have Berserker or one of those. We get a quest if we go either way over here. I don't care a lot about the Soul Spring. We have a chest and ancient coffin. I think we go up this way. Let's get some sweet loot here. All minions gain 3 attack and 3 dread. We already have a power fist. I don't think the Archmage's robes are that important. We'll grab the Amulet of Power.
All for my future kingdom.
All right, and then we're going up against some Tin Man of sorts. We're going up against Iron Man from the looks of it. Iron Man from the first movie. Yep. So this is going to kill her. I don't think we have a stance switcher. So that's going to be unfortunate. Technically we could get... this target's a random enemy, so I can't guarantee it. Move target... Can I use this on enemies? No. Six times the smite. That's pretty bananas. Okay, so just talking about this moment for a moment here, Bear. The thing that drives me insane is I could handle this if my skeleton defending her actually redirected the attack, but it doesn't. So I think we have to roll the dice with a jagged hook and hope that it hits her and pulls her forward. Okay, well, that did work. And the skeleton's going soon, so we can drop the ward on the skeleton. Protect the headhunter. I'm not sure how lucky we got there though with that.
There's no sun up in the sky.
This guy's just a problem, so... Oh man, we're getting lucky with the stuns. But Iron Man is going to be a problem. Yep. He is indeed a problem. So the soul is buffing the enemy with... So a block from the soul on the bride could have worked. I need to ponder that a bit more. Now, at this moment, we got some buffs here and some buffs here. Not that many, though. So I think... Is she the bigger problem? Well, let's get rid of her. That stuff. Alright. If she doesn't get a chance to act, I'm going to be perfectly content with that. This guy is supposed to redirect 50% of attacks, and he has yet to. Which means the roll... Oh, against the stance. How does that work? So, the soul... A block from the soul on the bride could have worked. Oh, I see what you're saying. Just to mitigate the damage. Okay, I get it now. Sorry. The brain is willing but feeble. We're gonna do that until we can move the soul back. which we will do now. Oh, that felt really unfortunate. We're going to have to heal everybody, apparently. Hey, Joke, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Things are going okay. We're playing some Iratus with limited success. We're kind of on borrowed time is how it feels at the moment. But, yeah. This guy is proving a real pain in the tush.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I wish this guy did some single target stuff, but he seems quite fixated on just ruining everything. We don't have time to do a warding here, so I'm just going to hit him with the big one. Ah, well, I'm sorry you're awake, you're awake in the middle of the night, Joke. But your loss is my gain, I guess. Oh, the ward there is oh, that's scary right there. Alright, I think we have to take some time because our Lost Soul just almost obliterated our, Headless Horseman.
Embrace your new existence.
I don't really want to move forward right now. I'm going to take the 50-50 for a stun. Alright, we got the stun, which is pretty sweet. And then now, because we have the stun, we can smite, which I think is only going to be 3 hits, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it was 5. Okay, that's more than I expected it to be. Okay, we just need to pop the heal here. And then we'll protect her, but I think he's gonna smash her anyways. So I'm not sure. Let's go for the stun again. Yeah, I kind of knew that was going to happen, and yet it still surprised me when it did. Because Mystic Fortitude isn't doing us any good, unfortunately. So these are all chances for an insta-kill. So maybe they have to do actual damage, though. Citation needed. Nope, I guess they don't have to do damage. So that was something.
Mine is the winning side.
All right, we picked up a brain, so we can at least try again. We could try double soul. We do have 2 of them. So 4% 11 times and it worked. Yeah, pretty much. So you're saying if I wanted to try this team, and I'm not saying it's necessarily going to work, but so you put a Banshee in slot 3, and we can make ourselves a Banshee. I realize this is not the Greenfield experiment per se, but I'm at least curious. So let's give it a go. Let's make ourselves a nice Banshee. And then we're going to give the Banshee our best brain. And we're going to see if this suddenly starts carrying. So I don't really know what my Banshee build is. 25% chance interrupt stances or guaranteed front 2. So you're saying we're using the guaranteed front 2 version. Yeah, Banshee stunning 2 enemies. Yep. Okay, so we grab that one. Although we're gonna need more Wrath production to make that work. So many of the Banshee's abilities move them back. Target loses evasion, or moves the target to a random position. Go for that one.
Well, my minion.
Loses 8 attack or 6 attack. Let's do the attack debuff. More dread. These don't seem like they're going to come in too handy. We don't want to move back. So this is a stance that moves the Banshee back. That doesn't seem that useful. I think we'll go with Absorb Wrath to generate more Wrath for our ultimate. And then No might be useful. Okay. And now, given this build, where are we sinking our points in on the Banshee, I wonder? Oh, joke. Leg day. Ever since I came out to the East Coast of the US, I've been slacking on my workouts. And I feel very guilty about that. I don't even know where we put points with this. I guess we'll put some into accuracy. Soprano. Which one was Soprano? Soprano. Okay. Got it. Okay, so she's debuffing and she's howling whenever she can. But then, yeah, what are we putting... What do you put into the stats? I guess Soprano scales off of Dread, it looks like. Yeah. So we'll buff the Dread a bit. Maybe no harm in getting some defensive stats. And a little bit of evasion seems good. That was a somewhat scattershot option. Ooh, and our skeleton's low on health, but maybe we can make that work still. We don't want to remove buffs because we're going to be using Smite. So we'll grab that. Accuracy and evasion. All right. And then just so that we enter into this with some semblance of hope, I'm going to use Distillation to heal our skeleton up. Because we're definitely sitting on a few parts. Good enough. This is a weird team, Bear. Minions made of 4 uncommon parts or more gain an additional 20 vigor during battle. 4 uncommon parts. That means all their parts have to be uncommon. I was the same way, Joke. When I was working at Google, I would do like a 6 a.m. workout, and it really helped me focus. I think Unstable Armor is really good here to stabilize things right off the bat. To the point where I'm going to put that on as a replacement for 25% less damage. Yeah. First hit on each of them is going to be big. All right, and right off the bat, we're going to get to try this somewhat weird build. But yeah, there's nothing better than starting the day with a little bit of focus. Okay, so we're going to stun here. But right off the bat, with these folks, I think we're supposed to be dropping boons, I'm presuming. Okay, and then right off the bat, We don't have Shattering Howl quite yet.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
So we're going to crescendo. Oh, maybe we need a way to take off warding, though. So right off the bat, we're just smiting? Our skeleton is definitely not made for this. Oh, souls need to do the AoE, buff all enemies, removing wards. Got it. Okay. So this one here. Oh, gains 2 initiative. Got it. So they all do that, and then now our Vorpal Smite is more interesting. My guess, joke, is that a successful run of Iratus is probably, or at least in my experience, that was loud. In my experience, my first run was 2 long streams, so probably like 10 hours. Yeah, it is a lot, for sure. She's being very cooperative with that, and then I guess... So I guess we keep doing this because that's stacking more buffs. And we keep stunning the front 2, I guess.
That used to be one of you.
That's going to be a problem, I think. I think this strategy might hinge on the skeleton not getting one shot. I don't know, though. I'm relatively new to this. But that seems like it was a bad thing. And we don't have either of these because we're in slot 1. You're running, so I guess we just debuff that one. But I think this is going to get bad before we're done. Okay, so we lucrative boon to counteract that. I hear you, Bear. I know this. Trust me. I don't hold this against. I don't hold this against this particular team. I just. We needed to do something. We were on the precipice of disaster and needed a plan. And this was more fun than the alternative. I guess I picked up different skills with the 2 of them. I need to do that. Our Wrath generation is pretty good, though. I will say, though, so was it from your perspective, Bear, is the issue that I ran into that I didn't do a good job protecting my skeleton by, how do I even put this? By not booning him appropriately.
I didn't think it would be this.
Like, should I have expected that he was in danger of being one shot and acted appropriately? The gargoyle is taking us down a notch. I'm gonna give us both heals. We've got warding, so I don't think it's too terrible to do that. These ones don't seem to be doing any real magic damage, so I should safely be able to swap them up like this, and then we can always make another skeleton, right? They're a dime a dozen. I can see how, yeah, we would be doing so much damage with the skeleton. just based on how many buffs we've been able to stack. I totally get the concept of the team, for sure.
Savor these last few
Crit buff. Yep. We've been getting really lucky with turn order. And our Wrath is like just barely keeping up to be able to totally lock these two down, which is... I think we got very lucky. We don't have it this time. Restore all sanity. Oh, let's do that. Let's get some Wrath. Since we're not... Oh, moves her back, though. That probably wasn't a great play. Watch me throw at the last possible moment here. Wow, 129. That's a lot of damage. I think we're finishing up. Well, I'm going to put a boon here. I'm just slowing things down a little bit. Yeah, that's... Because we can get a few heals, potentially. Or at least one heal. Alright.
A predictable outcome.
Oh, I didn't even think about the potential for that. For using weight. I knew weight existed. I have used it. Believe it or not. Okay, let's make the best skeleton we can possibly make. Green? Gray. Green. Gray.
More bones for the dogs of war.
We are sitting on a few brains, so we're not in terrible shape. But now here's the question, Bear. Given that you're not defending with your skeleton, do you just pump a lot into attack and luck and accuracy? That seems logical to me. But I'm still gonna try and make them not a featherweight. Because the one-shotting felt bad. So we'll do something like that. And then with alchemy, we're gonna, again... grab some of this stuff, or with distillation, excuse me. We will get everybody... I'm going to go fully healed. Well, let's look at what's next. I am 100% with you, Joke. I appreciate games that I can play at least one playthrough during a stream, and that's a bit missing. Attack is not good. It needs to survive the first 2 rounds. I see. Well, that is bad news for the skeleton. Can't be moved. When an enemy dies, the minion restores 25% vigor. We'll grab the Glutton's Tongue, I think, of those. But none of those are great. And then let's see. What do we have? Oh, Force-selected minion. That's a nice feature that I did not realize was there. So we'll do Steel Spikes and... We can't make a second Steel Spikes. Is there a second damage mitigation trinket? I think there is. Let me check what that is. So we have the Ears Necklace. Reduce critical damage. Let's make one of these.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, we need to make this skeleton. So you're saying you go unnerving fortitude over mystic fortitude. Interesting. And then do you go Vorpal Smite still, Bear? Or are you going Smite the Show-Offs for the extra damage? I'm assuming it's Vorpal Smite times 11, and you're just trying to do it. Yeah, 4%. Got it. Okay. We don't want to remove buffs or debuffs, so we'll do that. I think I like this one for slightly more resistance. I don't think we need Clumsy Strike in our life, and I like the stun.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
I'm going to grab a little bit of Vigor. Okay, we try this again. I meant to click on 2 dungeon. Looks like this is going to be a nasty one.